Hey my splenditious squirrels, and welcome back to my channel. As you've seen from the title, today we're going to be learning how to tackle laziness and keep it out of your life. Grab yourself a cheeky drink. I've got myself a homemade frappe with almond milk because whole milk doesn't do well in my stomach. Grab yourself a cheeky drink first, a snack, and let's gain a brain cell by the end of this video. Alright, first point, be disciplined in your mind before being disciplined in your actions. Now, we've all heard that our minds are such powerful tools because how many thoughts that it can conjure, how many things that it can do, its capacity, or that we can learn so many things from our minds. Well, it can also keep us trapped in the cycle of laziness, or the cycle that you might like to call your comfort zone. Yeah. That's gonna have to go today. It is estimated that an average human brain has 86 billion neurons, 100 trillion synapses, and 100,000 miles of myelin-covered nerve fibers. If you don't know what that is, neither do I. But it sounds very, very technical, and it sounds like our brain can do a lot of things. And I found this on the National Library of Medicine. So our minds are very powerful tools that we use in our daily lives. However, when our brains connect patterns or unhealthy patterns, because our brains are pattern structured brains, I'm so freaking smart. That's where things can go wrong. When you repetitively do an activity such as scrolling, going on social media as forms of entertainment, as forms of distraction, your mind begins to associate social media and your phone with entertainment and with other activities such as doing your work, boring and unstimulating, because our minds have become so used to the overstimulation from social media. This might be different for other people, but if you look at your screen time, the amount of time you're spending on social media, imagine how many other things you could be doing with your time. Now, I know some people work from home, you guys do your work on your iPads or laptops. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the brainer people, the people that can lay all day, scroll, and go on social media and have no issue of just looking at your rectangular screen for 8 hours straight. Those people who are itching to go on TikTok the moment that they finish school, to escape an awkward situation on the bus, literally just anytime, even on the toilet. Your phone is inevitably taking away from your life and taking away from you experiencing life. And don't think I forgot about the gamers, because I know y'all screen time on your games be so freaking high. Do your parents not talk to you about bills? About electrical bills? How much time you're spending on that darn screen? Playing games that you lose anyways? So you need to take a break from social media. You love your Snapchat streaks, Instagram scrolling, seeing your favorite content creators posted for that day. But if these things are holding you back from you experiencing your own life, and the thought of deleting the app makes you quiver and shiver, that's when you know that you need to put it down. You need to delete it, but not permanently. Take a healthy break from social media. We are going to reset our minds from using our phones as a source of escapism, and we're going to find something else, something useful, more useful to do with our time. I am not here to give you the motivation for doing what you want to do. I am telling you to go out and do what it is that you need to do without having the motivation, because motivation isn't a good feeling to rely upon. It's very temporary. It's not actually consistent unless you have discipline and consistency. It's really simple to rewire your mind. You need to take accountability for yourself, because no one else is going to take accountability for you. The things you could be doing, picking up a hobby, start working out like you said you would at the start of the year, I see all of y'all who said that you're gonna get gym memberships and you're gonna start rolling different weights 24/7, and yet your arms be still looking like string beans. You have to learn how to be bored and not constantly overstimulated and constantly searching for distractions as soon as your mind realizes it has to process a thought or make a thought. You only begin to use majority of your brain when you actually give yourself space and time to just be in silence and actually think. And that's when your most creative thoughts come about. I used to scroll a lot during COVID. Screen time on just TikTok alone would be 8 hours. 8 hours in a day. Literally wake up, first thing I do before even having breakfast, I would just scroll. Gonna have breakfast, scroll. Lunch, scroll. And it wasn't good. I was not using my brain at all. I was highly demotivated. I didn't have any sort of reason to keep me going. That's when I picked up language learning. Once I picked up Korean, I would spend most of my time learning Korean, watching Korean content. My phone time went significantly lower. I can say now I am free from laziness. You need a challenge for your brain because your brain loves challenges. And when you get in the same cycle of just doing the same things all day, obviously when you want to do a new thing, your mind is going to be like, no, outside of the comfort zone, and your brain will not make you do something where it doesn't know the outcome of it. However, you know the outcome of it because you know that you're going to get better from doing that habit, but your brain's just trying to protect you. If you were to ask yourself to live today forever, would I be happy? Most of you would probably think no. It's just not how humans are meant to live. We're not meant to live in this cyclical cycle of laziness and just constantly consuming and not creating with our minds, because inevitably that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to be creating new things. Now, it wouldn't be my video if I weren't mentioning a Bible verse. So today we are going to Galatians 5:16, which says, so I say, let the Holy Spirit guide your lives, then you won't be doing what your sinful nature craves. Anyways, this video is kindly sponsored by the Bible, by the Word. Without God, I would not be where I am today, and I thank the Word so much because any questions you have, the answers are here. The answers are right here, buddy. And so I want to thank God that I have the wisdom to be able to make this video, and I'm just so thankful to God that He has given me the wisdom and knowledge that I do now, and that He has freed me from laziness, because honestly it was such a stronghold on my life. Now I can teach you guys how to get out of it too, through the Word. I get my strength from God daily, and every single day when I wake up, ask Him to fill me with strength that will not be filled with laziness, that will get the things that I need to get done, and that I won't procrastinate on it. And even with procrastinating, like, it just doesn't work on me anymore. Another tip I say that really helped me was writing down what I needed to do, because if it was there, it's like a visual accountability list. You need to practice telling yourself no. You need to learn to tell yourself no to watching that extra reel, watching that extra video, even though you know you have stuff to do. If you see it holistically, you just having fun, scrolling and gaming, it slowly becomes a distraction instead of just a little thing, a little fun thing you do on the side. When you're feeding into that seed of distraction, it grows and it becomes bigger and bigger daily until it becomes a tree. When it becomes a tree, it's harder to cut down because it is a hard, solidified habit that you've developed. So we need to cut it down by the root. You guys need to find for yourselves, what is your root? What is keeping you from being the person that you want to be? Because at the end of the year, you want to be looking back and thinking and acknowledging, like, wow, I'm actually so glad that I put my phone down and actually started doing things for myself. I got up off my bum and started doing exercises. Now I feel so much better about myself. And you want to be proud. Other people can be telling you stuff. The Bible can be telling you not to have lazy hands, not to have idle hands. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make that change. Are you gonna do it? Next up, make goals and stick to it. Some of us can go our whole lives without accomplishing anything. Some of us can't go a day without thinking of accomplishing something. We've been blessed with so many days of life. I feel sometimes we forget that. We need to realize that we have so many days that we can fulfill, especially that now time is going so fast. You want to make the most of your days, and what a better way to manage your life than making goals, managing yourself. Make bucket lists. Make every day of your life work up to something. We are called for so much more. We're meant to try new things. We're meant to experience different things, different places, different people, different hobbies, different books, different languages, different food. If you have a hobby, which I am hoping most of you guys do, you need to make that hobby work up to something. If you have a book that's been lying on your bedside table that you say you're gonna read and then you're gonna start reading, but you haven't gone to an exercise mat that you bought this year that you're planning on using for Pilates, but you just haven't found the right time to start yet. Now is your time. Make one big goal and then make little micro goals that work up to the big goal. You have a book that you really want to read. Make it a non-negotiable that you read a chapter a day, 10 pages a day. Just read something, and then over time you'll find yourself getting halfway through that book and you're like, oh, it's that easy. And then soon you'll build that momentum to the point where you don't even need to create to-do lists, you don't even need to create reminders. It's just a part of you. But I think it's just so wonderful to be able to achieve a goal that you told yourself in your mind that you couldn't achieve. These goals don't have to be extravagant, but they have to make you at least 1% better every single day. If it's not making me better 1% every day, then it's probably not worth doing. So they're probably not challenging enough. Be disciplined with the goals that you've set. I have made a video about making goals and just becoming a better version of you. I'll link it up if you guys want to watch that. It's a very good video. Thank the Lord that he gave me the wisdom to make that video too. But the end goal is that you become excited about doing this specific hobby or goal. Obviously sometimes there might be off days not feeling it, you don't need to feel excited. Have that self-control to be able to tell yourself, no, I'm not gonna be lazy today, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna show up for myself and get it done. And then you will see how your mind, it slowly starts becoming more attuned to productivity, reaching your goals, and not just productivity, just being a better version of you. Once you've been consistent and disciplined, your brain will actually begin to get bored of just the constant scrolling, be like, when can I get something better? And you'll know for yourself that this isn't at all educating or helpful for you in any way. Just frying your brain. Of course we can have rest days, we can have a break. I'm gonna say be like a
gym rat, work 24/7.
but it's just to do things that are better for you. So put in the work now so you can look at yourself at the end of the year and be so grateful that you just started. Every year that should be our ultimate goal, to be able to look back at our past selves, see ourselves in the current state and know that you're getting better. Alright, next, using social media to your advantage. Limit your social media usage, but change the type of content that you watch. If you like to watch entertainment shows, if you like to watch shows that help you to wind down and just chill, it's nothing too serious, add a bit more educational content that will inspire you to be better instead of you finishing the video and just feeling the same. I know it's tempting to click on the first short that you see on YouTube that looks interesting to you and continue scrolling until it gets dark. It's easy to do that when there's not much positive influence around you. So watch people on YouTube or any social media that you intake content from. However, they need to be people that inspire you to do something with your lives, that educate you in some way. Exercise channels, just something that helps you become better physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. If you're watching people that aren't encouraging you to do something with your lives and to progress, then they're not really worth watching. What's your favorite YouTuber, streamer, Kaisen, Nat, all that jazz? But if it's just constant, you're not being inspired in some way with the content that you're watching, then it's time to put it down to rest or just limit the amount you're watching. And so once you start watching this content, YouTube or TikTok will change its algorithm so that you start seeing more of that content. and you'll come to find that you're starting to see so many more people that are so inspiring and encouraging, and that do genuinely good content that's just not slop, that's not brain rot, it's not like AI generated videos. Some of them actually, one of the AI videos that I see that I actually kind of like is like the fruits and like vegetables and why they're good for you and stuff, and they're going sweeping stuff out. That's cool because it's educational. Just like, yeah, cool. But if it's just like LeBron James and freaking Steph Curry and a baby, like what the frick? My main goal of starting this channel is to inspire people to do something with their lives, to actually take action. It's like when you feel motivated, but not motivation without any action. It does say in the Bible that enthusiasm without knowledge or the willingness to learn that knowledge is useless. One of those lines that I think about when I find myself being lazy, and I'm like, oh, because as you can say, you're enthusiastic about like, Japanese. I love the language, and like I can say a few words. If you're talking to someone and they're like,
oh my gosh, like do you study it? Like what do you know?
And you're like, oh yeah, I study like, I don't know, like just once in a while you could take 12 just like saying how to say I love you in Japanese. The person's just like, oh, so you're not actually learning it, and you're like I really like the language, but I don't know, every time I try to learn it, I just don't have the motivation to do it. Like I kind of just give up, so it's like it gets difficult. It's just like, oh, that is not impressive, guys, come on now. But the main point is you need to watch people that inspire you, that encourage you to do something with your lives, so that you can be looking back to yourself and thinking, I better, this year was my year. My last point is to start slow. I know when you make these goals, it can be easy to get carried away and write really big goals. And you're like, I'm gonna, that low-key scared me. But it's easy to be like, I'm gonna get fluent in this language by the end of this year. I used to use another example because I keep using language too much. Okay, you want to learn how to crochet, for example, and you want to be able to crochet plushies, tapestries, posters, photo frames or whatnot. I'm looking at my mirror, I thought frame. But if you want to be able to do that, you need to start off somewhere. You can't just be getting up to the big goal. You gotta know the basics first, how to do a slip knot, how to do a single chain, double crochet, half double crochet, triple crochet, like that, different pattern. But you need to start from somewhere. Also, another example, starting a business. I always see, I just heard a knock and I thought someone's at my door, but nobody would ever knock for me, am I right? Yeah, but example, starting a business. I see a lot of people that talk about starting businesses. Write down what qualities you want your business to have, what problem will it solve, who is it going to be directed towards, website aesthetics specifically are you going to be catering towards, you know, stuff like that. Are you selling a product or a service? You need to know these things before you actually start your business. It's exciting, you want to get just straight into it, but you need to plan, you need to be behind the scenes, getting things ready. It takes work, it takes thought, which is why you be able to think in silence, otherwise these ideas will come up. Am I right? Be specific with your goals as well. Start slow, guys. So we've reached the end of this video. I'm more confident this video. Let me know in the comments. Is the setup good? I'm gonna do something different, a little more homey, so you guys can feel like you're with me too. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really hope this is helpful. If you guys do have any additions that you'd like to make, please let them down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond to them. What tips helped you the most? Make sure to leave a like so I can see that you like the video and that I can make more content like this. I really do find it helpful when I see you guys commenting like you like the video. If the quality is overall better, please also let me know. I'm just starting out, so I'd love to know some improvements on what I can do for my next video. And yeah, God bless you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, and yeah, God bless you guys, and I'll see you next fortnight. Bye guys.